Hey guys, if you really enjoy watching my videos and want me to post such type of content daily, then please like, subscribe, and share the channel. I love you so much. Please show love.
Her name was Aria, a woman who collected broken things. Old watches that no longer ticked, books with torn covers, photographs with strangers' faces. So when she found an abandoned wooden chest in a forgotten shop on the edge of the city, she felt that magnetic pull again. Inside, buried under crumbling cloth, were letters tied with a crimson ribbon. Every single one began the same. My beloved A. She blinked. A, her initial. The words inside were obsessive, beautiful, dangerous. They want to keep us apart. But I will find you, no matter how many lives I have to ruin for it. Meet me at midnight where the river bends. If you don't come, I'll know you've betrayed me. Aria's breath caught. The letters weren't just old ramblings, they felt alive, like whispers written directly to her. The last unfinished page made her stomach twist. Aria, if you're reading this, then it means the ink stopped, as if the writer had been interrupted. That night, her apartment lights flickered. A knock shook her door. Aria, a low voice called. Calm, steady, too steady. Her heart slammed against her ribs. Slowly, she peered through the peephole. A tall man in a dark coat stood there, half his face lost in shadow, eyes fixed on her door as though he could see through it. It's time you knew the truth, he murmured. Fear should have paralyzed her, but instead, something else tangled with it, a pull. His voice wasn't a stranger's. It was hauntingly familiar, as if she had heard it in dreams she couldn't remember. Against every instinct, she opened the door. The man's gaze locked with hers, dark and unreadable. For a moment, the world outside went silent. You found them, he said, nodding toward the letters still clutched in her trembling hands. Who are you? She whispered. He stepped closer, his presence overwhelming. Dangerous, but in the danger, there was warmth that unsettled her. The one who's been waiting for you, he said softly. Aria's pulse betrayed her. She should run. She should scream. Yet instead she found herself stepping back, allowing him inside, her breath catching as the space between them disappeared. When his fingers brushed hers, taking the letters from her hand, it wasn't just fear that surged through her. It was fire. The shadow letters, part 2. The man's touch lingered a second too long, and Aria felt heat rise in her chest. She pulled her hand back, but his eyes followed her every movement like a predator, refusing to let its prey slip away. You don't remember me, do you? He asked quietly. Aria shook her head, heart pounding. Should I? His lips curved into something between a smirk and a sigh. They made sure you wouldn't. But the truth has a way of clawing its way back. He moved further inside her apartment, uninvited yet unstoppable, his presence filling the small space. Aria wanted to demand answers, to force him out, but her voice betrayed her. She could only watch as he placed the letters carefully on her table, his fingers brushing them as though they were sacred. These were not meant to be lost, he said. I wrote them for you. Aria's breath caught. That's impossible. These letters are decades old. He finally turned to her fully, stepping close enough that she could see the faint scar cutting across his jaw, the glint of something dangerous in his eyes. Time doesn't work the same for me as it does for you. A shiver ran down her spine. Fear and fascination twisted together until she couldn't separate them. Why me? She whispered. His gaze softened, though the intensity never faded. Because you are mine. You always have been. The air between them thickened. He raised a hand, slowly, as if giving her the chance to pull away. But she didn't move. His fingers brushed her cheek, warm and firm, sending sparks down her skin. Aria closed her eyes without meaning to, leaning into a touch that felt both forbidden and inevitable. "You shouldn't be here," she managed to say, though her voice was trembling. "And yet," he murmured, leaning closer, his breath ghosting over her lips. "You opened the door." For a heartbeat, she thought he would kiss her. The tension burned, unbearable. But then he pulled back, a shadow of a smile crossing his face. "Tomorrow at midnight. By the river. If you want the truth. And if you want me." Before she could reply, he was gone. The door shut behind him, leaving only silence and the echo of his promise. Arya pressed her fingers to her lips, shaken, restless. She didn't know if she was more terrified of what waited at the river, or of how much she wanted to go. The Shadow Letters, Part 3. Midnight. The river was dark and restless, carrying the reflection of the moon like a secret. Arya pulled her coat tighter around herself, every step toward the bend making her pulse race harder. She kept telling herself not to come, not to give in. But something stronger than fear had brought her here. And then she saw him. He stood beneath the twisted branches of an old willow, his dark coat blending into the shadows. When he turned, the moonlight caught his face, sharp and unreadable, eyes locked on her as if he had been waiting for centuries. "You came," he said softly. Arya swallowed hard. "I shouldn't have." A small smile tugged at his lips. "But you wanted to." Her chest tightened. She hated how true that was. Every step closer to him felt like a choice she shouldn't make, but couldn't resist. He reached for her hand. This time, when his fingers closed around hers, she didn't pull away. The warmth of his touch spread through her, steadying her and setting her on fire all at once. "You're playing a dangerous game," she whispered. He leaned closer, his breath brushing against her ear. "So are you. But tell me, Arya, do you feel it? The pull between us?" Her body betrayed her with silence. She felt it too strongly to deny. Comment for part 4.